Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the capital of Wales, where in probably the most competitive WNBL season we've had in recent memory, there is an interesting battle lurking at the bottom of the table where either team can still, or all the teams can still reach the playoffs. For today's game, we have the hosts, Cardiff Met Archers, who, despite being the basement side of the WNBL, still have an outside hope of making the post-season. But they'll need to turn their fortunes around. They play a Barking Abbey London team that are outside the playoffs at the moment, but still with high hopes of making the post-season. Good afternoon, everybody. John Hobbs alongside David Jones, giving you all the action here from the capital of Wales. And it's a pleasure to have you on board, David, and an interesting game today between these two teams.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is such a competitive fixture anytime we see these two teams coming together, but particularly, like you said, because they're around that same part of the standings. Met are doing slightly worse. They're 1-12 so far this season, but there's still a chance for them. They can still turn this around. And a game against Abbey Brooks, London Lions, these kind of organisations, that's exactly what's going to give them the kind of motivation to push on for the second half of the season.
Absolutely. So we'll go to the team sheets for today's game, starting with the home team, the Cardiff Met Archers. And one interesting team name on there is Izzy Bunyan, number 10. She will be playing today. Any other players that bring your fancy on there?
I mean, Celine Lemoine, she's the leading scorer for the Archers in the NBL so far this season. Other than Izzy, she's the biggest co-star here. She's a great scorer, but she doesn't quite have the versatility that Izzy has on both sides of the floor.
And going to the Barking Abbey London team, and a team stacked with Great Britain junior internationals, most notably Grace Strickland and Clementina Odom. But a lot of great names in there. Grace Strickland, definitely a player to watch, though, today.
Absolutely. She's been fantastic. Every time we see her come out onto the court, she's got energy. She's got real hustle to her game. She's going to have an impact. There's no question about it.
As we are about a minute away from tip-off here in the Welsh capital, always get such a friendly welcome whenever you enter the Archers Arena and Cardiff Met University, all in all. And it's just a fantastic, welcoming place and a great hub for basketball, especially in Wales. This is the home of Welsh basketball.
Absolutely. I mean, Kincoed campus is such a massive spectacle area for all sports, but basketball massively. They've invested heavily in the infrastructure here. They're really trying to build something. As British basketball and Welsh basketball grows, they want to grow alongside it. They want to contribute to the community of basketball here in the UK.
Of course, one of Cardiff's favourites, Steph Collins, currently in Manchester. Of course, one of the assistant coaches of the Great Britain national team, and they will be in action later this week. Of course, qualifiers for Eurobasket women against Portugal and Estonia, all the way in the northwest in Manchester. And Steph is there at the moment. Hopefully she's glued on to our YouTube channel watching this as well. If you've just joined us on the YouTube channel, welcome everyone. Great to have you on board. The starting lineups for today's game: Azib Smalley, Cami Baron, Ellie Lester, Simone Lemoine and Izzy Bunyan for Cardiff. For London, Grace Strickland, Tamara Smith-White, Ganessa Bedoya, Ruche Walton and Clementina Odom. As you see the Barking Abbey team coming out, and might have seen Lauren Milligan sporting a face mask. She's been suffering with a cold for the last few days and is just about recovered to be here today, but unfortunately still feeling the effects of the cold she's had for the last few days. So hopefully she'll be getting her voice back and getting into it here today. So for Cardiff, just one win all season, hoping to get their first home win of the season. Their only win came away at Brent Bulls. That was a 70-58 win just before Christmas, and the first possession goes the way of the Archers, and straight away Smalley has it. Bunyan, 3 on the way, misses everything there from Ellie Lester, and Barking Abbey get the ball.
I like the way they pushed that up quickly, though. They didn't hang around, they got it to an open shooter.
Inside, and Tamara Smith-White will go to the foul line. Statement of intent for Smith-White, who shot the ball quite well, actually, last week against the City of London Academy. 10 points, 4 boards, but she was 0 for 7 from the foul line, so looking to change her approach today, and straight away gets the first, and London are off the mark.
What's the opposite of the commentator's curse?
No such thing as a commentator's curse when I'm here, I'll tell you that now. Anyway. Second free throw was good, but it won't count as Smith-White's foot was over the foul line. The navy blue markings already causing havoc for the Barking Abbey side. Here is Baron. Inside to Bunyan. Bunyan had it partially blocked, keeps the ball. Kicks it out. Smalley, a 3. Nearly got it to go, and Strickland got the rebound. And here is Strickland for Barking Abbey. Inside to Odom. Inside to Odom, but Odom couldn't hang on to it. It will be a Cardiff ball. Here is Baron. Baron driving at Odom, going inside. Strong play from Cami, and she will go to the foul line.
That's going to be really vital for the Archers today. If they can get out in transition, they haven't really done it so far this year, this NBL side. The London Lions are much better at getting transition points. If they can get these kind of easy offense, that's going to be key for them today.
Turns out the foul was actually before the shot, so Cardiff still get the ball, no foul shots. Here is Barone again. Driving again at Odom, another mismatch. And it will stay with Cardiff.
She's very confident on the bounce. She'll take on anyone, Cami Barone.
Bunyan. A lot of focus will be on her today as Barone takes on a 3. That's off the back iron. And Bedoya with the rebound. Strickland, left-handed shooter, Grace Strickland, back to Bedoya. That came off a Cardiff foot, so London will get the ball back.
Looks like the refs are calling this one pretty tight.
Strickland. Inside to Smith-White. Nice pass inside to Odom, and Clementina Odom will go to the foul line. And already inside, Barking Abbey doing some damage to Cardiff, and already 2 team fouls for the Archers. And Odom, who leads the team in blocks this season, a Great Britain junior international from last season, makes the first.
Izzy Bunny needs some help down low if she's going to be defending in the paint. I mean, she can't contain all the physicality from this Barking Abbey side by herself.
Odom splits the foul shots, 2-0 in favour of Barking Abbey, as Barone's pass asking too much of Smalley. Here is Bedoya. Inside to Smith-White, backing down Smalley. A bit of a mismatch inside, but travel has been called. And Smalley, a really, really intelligent defender, and of course, as well as playing an established coach at junior level, assisted the Welsh national team in the BBL trophy when they played Derby.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a fantastic basketball IQ. She's got a great understanding of the game, and that shows up in dividends on the defensive end.
And here she is on the ball, strings a mid-range J, and the Archers off the mark. Inside to Walton. Walton drives, goes glass. Strong move from Rashay Walton. Ranked 4th in the league for points this season, of course leading the way in the absence of Fatmana Jana. And at the other end, Ellie Lester from downtown.
She's the best three-point shooter in this five-man outfit here for the Archers, so that's going to be really important if they can get her going.
Hit 3 triples last week against Thames Valley Cavaliers in defeat, as at the other end, Smith-White gets it to go. Bunyan.
Big screen.
And let's see who's actually went to the floor there. I think that was Lamont who went to the floor. Coach Milligan just protesting the call, but Cardiff will get the ball as Scarlett Lindsay will prepare to check in, and Izzy Bunyan will take a seat. Of course, Izzy Bunyan's workload quite heavy this season, mixing WNBL with WBBL for the Archers.
And Bucks competition.
And Bucks competition as well, yeah. I was getting to that. Lamont with the turnaround jumper. No good. Walton with the rebound, and Walton now pushing it in transition. It's 1-on-3, but she doesn't care.
There's that speed in transition I was talking about earlier. They're so devastating if they can get out fast.
8-5 in favour of the visitors from the capital. Barone. Leicester from downtown, and that's no good. Strickland. Inside to Odom. Great link-up play between the two Great Britain internationals.
Height difference is really starting to pay dividends for the Abbey side here.
Baron and Strickland looking for the steal, but took a risk in doing so. And that'll be her first foul of the day. And London right now shooting a very effective 4 for 5 from the field. And Cardiff struggling a little bit, shooting just 28%. But the gap is 6 as Odom and Strickland take a seat.
That balances the height disadvantage a little.
Nicole Lavina into the game for the first time today alongside Tumishi Salu. Leicester nearly stepped out of bounds. The extra pass around the perimeter. Here is Lamont. Shot clock winding down. Three-pointer on the way, no good from Cardiff. And here come Barking Abbey again. The action fast and furious at the moment.
An audacious pass there. I like that she went for it though.
4 minutes played in this first period here at Cardiff Archers Arena. Baron, Leicester looking for the 3, but instead gives it up. Lamont a short 2, and that rolls in.
I love that off-ball movement there. Fantastic to really try and get involved.
Leader in points this season at 17 points a game, and inside, that's too easy for Walton.
Got to get hands up. Got to get hands up, Archers.
Already 6 points for Rochelle Walton on 3 for 3 shooting. Baron misses everything with her layup attempt. Action just a little bit chaotic at the moment here.
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like a lot of that's being led by Cami Baron.
Smith-White goes glass, too short. Walton was looking for the rebound, and Lamont picks it up. Lamont stripped, though, by Walton, and away come Barking Abbey again. Bedoya going inside, lays it up and in.
It was a strong move to get her shoulder down low, create some space, and then rise up for the easy lay.
And an 8-point lead for Barking Abbey. At this moment, they're shooting the ball fantastically from the field. Everything going inside. Lamont a 3, banks it home. Cardiff, who are actually ranked last in the WNBL for three-point percentage, already with 2 threes in this game. Inside it goes, and another score. Salu this time getting in on the act. 17-10 in favour of Barking Abbey.
Defensively, the Archers just haven't been good enough so far.
And that'll be a Barking Abbey ball, as the ball last came off Scarlett Lindsay. And substitutions coming in as L'Oreal Ojo-Lepede will come into the game for the first time for Barking Abbey. As Bedoya takes a seat. Here is Ojo-Lepede. Turned over and a foul straight away called.
Well worked there. Izzy Bunyan coming off the bench and instantly making an impact on the defensive end. Sarah Wagstaff clearly noticed that they were just losing out on every matchup here.
So far, though, the pace has been absolutely frantic to this game. And you can sense that it's almost resembling a bit of a scrimmage right now. Both teams really getting at it, really attacking each other. And just going to the basket. It doesn't seem like a lot of set plays have been called. It's very physical, very quick, and very exciting at the same time. But at the moment, London lead by 7.
I mean, yeah, the Archers' identity is to play with pace, get out and run, try and attack early. They don't want to take up the whole shot clock. They want to really hit that fast. And Cami Barone's been leading it. I mean, she's taking 1 or 2 dribbles and then just going straight at her defender. So I think that's going to lead to a lot of transition buckets, and the Lions are good at that.
As a team, Cardiff shooting 60% from the foul line this season. Some pressure there from Smalley and a steal from Bunyan. And Bunyan will going to go to the line, and Walton not happy with the call. Great defense, full court pressure from Cardiff, and really put Barking Abbey under pressure, and Izzy Bunyan will go to the foul line.
Got to say, that was a fantastic change from Sarah Wagstaff, the coach there. They were really, really losing out on the defensive end. She brings in Smalley and Bunyan again and just re-energizes. They press from the front and they get extra 4 points straight away.
And Izzy Bunyan to the line, leads the league in blocks per game at 3.2. And of course, after this season, Bunyan committed to Montana State in NCAA Division 1, a fantastic achievement for her and for Wales as well. Strickland. Corner 3 is no good from Laviner, and Bunyan collects the loose ball off the board from Smalley. Chance to make this a one-possession game for the Archers. 3 on the way is no good from Lindsay. Here is Strickland. Hasn't yet really stamped her authority on this game. Stolen again by Bunyan. Bunyan now, it's one-on-one against Strickland, uses the body and gets it to go. Absorbed the contact and goes glass. Izzy Bunyan again.
She's so long. She can just impact the game in so many different ways. And having played guard as a younger girl, she's got that ball handling ability to take it from one end of the court to the other in seconds.
Strickland, a 3. That's off the back iron. And a chance for Cardiff to tie with 8 minutes nearly gone in this first period. Bunyan driving. Bunyan again going to the foul line. Izzy Bunyan really stamping her authority on this first quarter for Cardiff, and a chance for the Archers to tie the game at 17 with 2:42 remaining.
Well, this is her chance in this competition to really show her offensive acumen. In the WBBL, she has to play a role alongside Archer stars such as Lauren Psyche, Shannon Hatch. This is her team. She has to be the leader here. This is her chance to put a stamp on the offense.
Quick trips to the foul line for Bunyan. As we mentioned earlier, committed next year to Montana State. And, such a proud moment for not just for Izzy, but, for the Cardiff Archers and for Welsh basketball.
Absolutely. I sat down with her in December. We had a half-hour interview talking about it. She's so excited. She felt really good vibes when she went there. There's a British basketball coaching kind of portion of their coaching staff over there, 3 or 4 coaches, all coming from some Southampton Solent, and I think that really made an impact on her decision.
And another turnover for Barking Abbey, the team who started so well, and 3 very quick turnovers for Barking Abbey, and now a chance for the Archers to take the lead, having trailed by as many as 8, or as many as 9 actually. Baron driving, the extra pass, a 3 is good. That was Neva Hughes with the 3. Bedoya answers back, it just about goes.
Again, it's that transition defense letting down the Archers. As soon as they start putting points on the board, they need to keep remembering to get back as quick as they can.
Smalley, that's off left. 3 for 6 from downtown so far, Cardiff, for a team ranked last in three-point percentage. They're sure making them count, and at the other end, Walton from downtown. These are actually the bottom two for three-point percentage so far this season, but they're making their three-point attempts count as Smalley in and out with her long-range 2, and it'll stay with the Archers.
Well, they've both got a point to prove from outside, I think I would say.
Not absolutely. Cardiff just 16% from downtown, and London 20% from deep.
Izzy back on the bench.
As Izzy Bunyan takes a seat, and Freya Williams comes into the game for the first time for the Archers. And here is Williams, who finds Hughes. Lamone, a rainbow 3.
She's got a strange technique there. That's always how she hits it. That was not an aberration. That's her style.
Bedoya. Inside, blocked. Big block from Lamone. Off the layup attempt from Walton. Here comes Baron. Driving at Strickland. Strickland holds her ground. And away come Barking Abbey. Walton again goes glass. Beautifully done from Rochelle Walton, who absorbed the contact and had enough about her to see where the basket was.
Fantastic upper body strength there. You can tell she's been in the gym.
Final minute of this first quarter. A frantic, fast-paced first quarter, if that. Here is Bedoya off the rebound from Odom. Beautiful play from Bedoya and lays it up and in. The ball fake using Walton and laying it up and in. And the Archers all of a sudden trail by 7 as we enter the final 20 seconds. Williams driving. Williams too strong and rebounded by Strickland. Bedoya. And nearly a foot violation. That actually came off Baron's knee, I think.
Well, you can see how immensely vital Izzy Bunyan is to this team. Every time she takes a seat, they take up a couple more points on the board.
Final seconds of this first period where Barking Abbey lead 26-19. Walton wants it, defended well by Smalley. Strickland, a pull-up 2 is good. Grace Strickland, a long-range 2. And a great finish to the first quarter from Barking Abbey. They lead 28-19. And the final 2 minutes, as soon as Izzy Bunyan sat down, Barking Abbey took full advantage.
Absolutely. They've been fantastic getting the ball inside and using that height advantage they've got over these Archers outfit. And as soon as she went out, all of that interior defense just went out the window. They just put the ball inside, and that then created space outside for the kick-out. And they've dropped in a 3, a 2 right at the buzzer there. They've been fantastic.
Absolutely, and Rochelle Walton so far, 15 points off 6 for 6 shooting. An absolutely fantastic performance from her, but London's points have come from the majority inside, on the fast break and under the basket, exactly where Coach Milligan wants them to be.
Of course, they've orchestrated points. It's not as random as the offense for the Archers so far that has kind of been hit and hope, drive and kick. They've been creating things. It's been orchestrated. The ball fakes. It's been nicely done to get the ball inside and take advantage where they can.
And for Coach Wagstaff, it's important that they attack London in this second quarter, yet to get to the foul line so far. London at the moment are 7 for 10, and Cardiff yet to go to the foul line at the moment. That's something that must change.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, other than Izzy, they don't really have that much physicality in this WNBL side. Maybe they're used to that Mara Marchessotti presence that they have in the WBBL. They just don't have that here. So I'm not sure they're going to get to the foul line if they can't get that physicality into the game.
Must actually correct myself. Cardiff have been to the foul line, not as much as London, mind, but I think the live stats have gone just a little bit wrong there, because they have not actually announced that Cardiff have gone to the foul line yet. So apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen. If you've just joined us on the Basketball England YouTube channel, welcome everyone. We're live and exclusive from Cardiff Met University, where the Cardiff Met Archers trail the Barking Abbey Lions 28-19. John Hobbs and David Jones here, providing you with all the action from the Welsh capital as we get set to start the second period. One thing, though, for Cardiff right now is they've capitalised on a number of Barking Abbey turnovers. They've scored 6 points from those turnovers so far. So, there are positives for the hosts at the moment, as Walton again goes inside and scores. 7 for 7 now from the field.
That was weak stuff from Ellie Lester there. She was relying on the help defense from Izzy Bunyan, but she can't do everything for these Archers.
Here is Bunyan, the turnaround jumper.
She's trying her best.
Off balance, yeah, just a little off balance, too off balance for her liking. Here is Bedoya. Strickland putting the moves on Lester. Goes inside, Bunyan rebounds.
It'll be interesting to see how Coach Wagstaff might have adapted the offensive game plan here.
Lester. Inside to Baron, blocked by Walton on the follow though. Baron puts it in. Here is Strickland. Smith-White driving baseline. That's where the majority of Lions points have come from in this game, driving to the baseline.
Well, they're drawing the Archers defenders towards the paint and then using the perimeter to instigate offense, driving in towards them. That's drawing fouls, that's causing mismatches. It's been a really, really effective strategy so far.
As Celine Lamone will come back into the game for the Archers. Leicester will take a seat as referee and Coach Milligan just having a quick chat. Speaking to Lauren Milligan pre-game, of course, she told me that she was suffering a bit this week, but hasn't lost that sense of smile and sense of positivity in her.
She's definitely got energy on the sidelines. She's getting into the referee's ear pretty much every decision that's made so far.
And it's just a quick break at the moment. Right now, as Coach Milligan now chatting to her team, and Scarlett Lindsay and Azab Smalley bringing the Archers together. And we'll talk just a little bit about, Basketball Wales as a whole, something that's grown and grown over the years. And Sarah Wagstaff, of course, head coach, someone who came from Essex, came over to Cardiff University for her studies, and of course has made it her home ever since. What has Sarah Wagstaff meant to not just Cardiff Met University, the Bucks system, the Archers, but for Basketball Wales as a whole?
I mean, she's a beloved figure here on King Coyd campus. She's the head of basketball operations. She's instigated so much of the development of the facilities here at Archers Arena. She's been essential into bringing in the Wheelchair Basketball League here and in making sure that we have a team. So she's got so many friends here on campus because we all recognize how much work she does.
And that's Walton's first miss of the game after 7 attempts. Make that second. A scramble there on the wing, and a foul has been called on Janessa Bedoya.
Good hands from Cami Barone there. She got onto the ball quickly, otherwise there would have been a foul called on her.
And going back to Sarah Wagstaff, and so many people, it's not just her, there are so many other people involved. Of course, Lucy Witt, who's the director of basketball here at Cardiff Met. People like Tom Guntrip, Duncan McKenzie, so many fantastic people, great names involved with Basketball Wales.
Absolutely. Tom Guntrip, one name that you just brought up there, he's fantastic. He helps out with so many of these teams. And then on the live days, even with the teams he's not coaching, he's normally here announcing or something to help out.
We're not going to say he was the first choice for co-coms today, David, don't worry.
Oh, you wouldn't.
He said no anyway. It was Strickland, the pull-up jumper, misses everything. And of course, another name that was not mentioned, and we mentioned it at the top of the broadcast, Steph Collins, GB Olympian and Cardiff Archers WBBL head coach.
Well, she's a GB legend, and we're so honoured to have her here. She's fantastic with us in the broadcast side of things, but for these players, there couldn't be a better role model and mentor for young, great British basketball players.
Here is Bedoya. Walton, corner three, that misses everything, and Bunyan rebounds again.
That's 2 straight air balls.
3 rebounds now for Izzy Bunyan. Nice pass inside, and Baron with the finish.
Fantastic outlet pass there from Izzy Bunyan, showing her playmaking skills off.
Walton. Odom, 3-second violation. Clementina Odom in there a little longer than she wanted. A much needed respite for the Archers. This is a positive spell for them right now, trailing by 7, but really getting at this London team. Absolutely,
and it's clear how much they're relying on Izzy Bunyan. She needs to be involved in everything for them to have even an increment of success. So it's going to be interesting to see how Sarah Wagstaff stages her minutes as we move forward in this quarter.
Lamont. And Bunyan fouled.
Fantastic off-ball movement there. The energy. She hits the pass, instantly runs into the paint, creates chaos for this Abby Brooks team.
Inside to Lindsay. Lindsay gets it to go off the pass from Bunyan. Clever pass from Izzy Bunyan. And it's a 5-point game. 3 minutes gone in the second period. Strickland all alone, but misses it again. Grace Strickland really struggling at the moment from the field. 2 for 6 after a positive start. She'll take a seat. And Laviner will come into the game for Barking Abbey. Ramon, Smalley. Pass there from Baron, just asking a bit too much. Here is Laviner. 3-pointer, no good from Walton. And Walton has now missed 3 straight field goal attempts.
They have lost that touch from the first quarter, going back to their ways of the season so far of shooting from the outside.
London shooting 70% from the field. That's a travel on Cami Baron, who crossed her player up and then travelled with it as she was driving to the hoop.
It was a fancy move, but I think she got a little bit ahead of herself.
Walton, a lot of the offense going through Rashay Walton right now, of course, in the absence of Fatmana Jana. 6 to shoot, Bedoya doesn't get it to go. On the floor was Tamisha Salu, and she fell quite hard but got straight back up.
That was very good help defense there from Izzy Bunyan again. Coming over, tracking and helping her teammates out. She couldn't get the rebound, of course, but she stopped the putback coming in.
And Freya Williams looking to check back in for the Archers, as the referee's just having a quick chat with the table.
For Smalley, interesting.
And Azib Smalley comes out, and Freya Williams will now check in. So, tall lineup for the Archers. kind of matching against the lineup that Barking Abbey have as well. 7 to shoot. Bedoya on the turnaround. Nice pass inside to Salu. Walton has to put up a 3 off the back iron. Freya Williams with the rebound.
It'll be interesting to see if this additional defense from the height and size from that last change for the Archers will affect the offensive game plan.
But great defense there from Barking Abbey. Walton going at Bunyan. Bunyan holds her ground.
Look at that. She's up, straight up. She's back in transition, and she's covering the whole team.
Timeout called by Coach Wagstaff, I think. It's the first timeout of the game, actually. And it's been a frantic first half so far. Still 5 minutes and 34 seconds remaining. London lead by 5, but it's been a game where London have had their spells, have taken advantage, and have led by as many as 9 points. But the Archers have shown no quit and have, come back and have made it, a 2-possession game at least.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been ebbing and flowing. It's been back and forth, transition points, outlet passes. This is brilliant basketball. I mean, you can't ask for much more in terms of entertainment value. I'm wondering if that last change from Wagstaff is just trying to slow it down a little bit on offense. Cami Barone's been a little bit energetic in the wrong ways, trying to lead as that point guard. So maybe she's trying to just slow it down a little, get some solid offense going, some sets that they've been running in training, rather than this shotgun approach.
So if you've joined us on the Basketball England YouTube channel or have been watching this game throughout, welcome everyone. Great to have you all on board. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Basketball England's YouTube channel, where you can get all the games from the NBL, WNBL, all the information you need to where the games are at and where you can watch. And even if you can get a ticket and watch them in person, it'd be great to see you promoting your local team wherever you are in this country. Could be in England, could be in Wales, as we are today. Could even be in Scotland. Of course, there's a fair few teams in the junior divisions based in Scotland. Salu, Laviner, inside to Smith-White, backing down Bunyan. Great footwork from Tamara Smith-White. Ball volleyballing around, and Bunyan says, thank you very much, I'll have that.
Fantastic effort again from Izzy Bunyan. She has been an absolute star in this game so far, proving why she's US bound.
Williams in the corner off the back iron. Bunyan again skies above Smith-White for the board. Here is Williams. So far is all over the place. Bunyan a 3. That misses, just about clips the bottom of the rim. And Bedoya, composed, comes up with it. Smith-White driving at Bunyan. Blocked by Bunyan. Nearly caught it with one hand.
She is running the show today. She's the best player on this court.
But so far, Archers are behind. Baron for 3. It's a 1-possession game.
Well, that's fantastic. That's going to be great for her confidence. Hopefully that helps her as she's driving through that defense from now on.
Cardiff now over 40% from the field. Barking Abbey shooting a very respectable 51% until that miss from Walton, who gets back and strips it off Bunyan. Now Walton going at Bunyan, and a foul. Fearless from Rashay Walton.
Got to say that I think she's had such an impact. Maybe that's a bit of frustration with the loose handle getting stolen, and then she gives away the foul. That might be, yes, exactly what I was thinking. An inclination for Sarah Wagstaff to let her have a little rest after all that work.
Lily Parkin checks into the game for the Archers. Smalley comes in as well, as I think it was Lamone will be taking a seat. No, she's still on the court. Actually, it was Scarlett Lindsay who'll take a seat, excuse me, as Baron too strong with her layup attempt. Here is Janessa Bedoya. Inside to Walton, high off the glass, gets it to go.
Fantastic layup there. So strong, upper body strength again. Archers really can't match up here.
21 points for Rashay Walton. Williams inside, the extra pass, another pass, Barone. Driving, and is too short.
Got to be careful. I think that might have been a travel the referee's missed.
Bedoya nearly slipped, found Walton again. 6 quick points for Rashay Walton. Timeout Cardiff. And all of a sudden, it's a 6-point lead. Or an 8-point lead, excuse me, for Barking Abbey. Rashay Walton now with 23.
Well, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but once again, Izzy Bunyan steps out and everything falls apart. It was unfortunate there. I thought Cami Barone was going to take that 3 after she hit the last one, but it's just a little bit of a hesitation. Pump faking straight into traffic. It's just such a shame that these Archers can't take advantage of when the energy and the momentum is suddenly going their way. They let it slip again.
And 50% from the field for Barking Abbey. Really efficient right now. They have their struggles from downtown, only 1 for 7, but right now inside they're making it count. 14 field goals inside. 26 of their 36 points have come inside.
Wow. That's a fantastic statistic. I mean, they've been strong, they've been direct, they've been physical. You've got to take your hats off to give them the credit. They've been fantastic, really pushing the pace, getting the ball where they want it and taking advantage.
So the next time our NBL Live cameras will be on your screen, we will be on the South Coast. We will be in Southampton for a top-of-the-table clash between league leaders Solent Kestrels and the Reading Rockets. A reunion for Kristina Karpova in Solent on the 18th of February. And then following on from that, on the 19th of February, it'll be the turn of the men as the Reading Rockets host the Bradford Dragons at Loddon Valley. A great weekend of basketball, and NBL Live will be there to show it all. Here is Parkin, excuse me, as she nearly lost the ball, and it will be a Barking Abbey ball. Great pressure defense from Barking Abbey.
Came out of that timeout with a plan there.
Strickland nearly carried it there for a minute. It was Spiridonova, excuse me, into the game for the first time. Had the ball. Here is Bedoya. Bedoya a long range 2. And Parkin with the rebound, her first board of the day.
Bedoya is so confident in that handle. She can create space so easily. It's a real problem for the Archers so far.
Hughes at 3. Hughes misses everything, and Smith-White will let that go out, and it will be a Barking Abbey ball.
Sarah Wagstaff not happy. She had words for her player there. Bit of a heave.
There's Nicole Lavener and Rashay Walton prepare to check in. Walton had almost just a 20-second sit down there before she comes back into play.
How much rest can you have in 20 seconds?
Suppose you can have a bit of hydration, I guess. Here is Walton off the feed from Strickland. Lavener a 3. Big rebound from Walton.
Wow.
And the Barking Abbey have their first double-digit lead of the game.
Well, that was an incredibly strong rebound. Interesting to see them going to some kind of full-court press here. They've really changed their strategy, and it's working.
It is working. Another press, and Cardiff struggling at the moment.
Coach Wagstaff is not happy.
As substitutions coming in for the first time. Bella Bassini-James checking in, number 5 for Cardiff. 10-point lead for Barking Abbey, as off the shot clock violation nearly, as Smalley did put up the 3 in time. Stolen though from Walton, who's been everywhere today, and the pass couldn't quite reach Salu, and Cardiff get the ball back.
That was difficult. So took up the lane, really clever defending there. There was only one option for that pass, and it had to be perfect. Couldn't quite pull it off.
1:34 remaining in the half as Freya Williams takes a seat. Ellie Lester checks back in. Lemon finds Smalley just before the trap was set. Here is Lemon again. Nice feed from Smalley, and the layup attempt couldn't go. As Salou and Lemon fighting for it under the basket.
Fantastic effort there. Little two-man game to get out of the trap. Fantastically worked, and just couldn't quite take advantage when they get down right by the basket.
And timeout has been called by Coach Milligan, and it's been a great half of basketball so far for the London Lions, or the Barking Abbey London Lions, shall I say, shooting 48% from the field. And so far, Cardiff have at times been chaotic. There's been some great spells from them, and they've pushed the lead, pushed the deficit to single figures and almost one possession game at times. But right now, if you're Coach Wagstaff, what would you be telling your team?
Well, if I was Coach Wagstaff, I wouldn't have a clue what to do. These Barking Abbey girls have got such a height advantage. It feels like it's almost an impossible task. Every time they're driving in down low, they need to get hands up. Izzy Bunny's the only one who's been able to block shots, deflect anything. Sol's tried, but it's just not working for them. They need to get more size, and they can't do that in a timeout.
And that's why you're doing broadcast journalism as a degree, isn't it? No, not sports coaching.
Yeah, perhaps. I'm more of a complainer than a fixer.
But Sarah Wagstaff needs to fix something right now with 1:18 remaining. And a great spell for Barking Abbey. Lauren Milligan, head coach, must be so happy with how her young guns have performed so far. Of course, as we said at the top of the show, many of whom play for Great Britain's junior setup, and missing Fatmana Jana today. But right now, Rochelle Walton has come to play. 22 points on 9 for 15 shooting so far for the Barking Abbey number 11. We nearly had a little intruder on the court there before Mum took her back to her seat. Smalley, a straightaway catch and shoot three. Lavender rebounds.
Don't know if she had to take that shot so quickly there.
Bedoya. Lavender, catch and shoot three on her own right. And that's short. Bedoya again rebounds. Lavender driving, goes glass. Beautifully done. But right now, the play for Barking Abbey has been orchestrated by Ganessa Bedoya right now.
She's been fantastic. She's creating space and then utilising it by giving the ball up to her teammates who can drive and create so much problems.
She was at it again there, and the finish from Strickland. It all started, though, from the block from Odom. And then Bedoya found Strickland in transition. 3 assists for Ganessa Bedoya to go with 4 rebounds and 4 points.
I'm surprised it's that low.
Leicester, 7 to shoot. Lamont looking for options. Leicester a deep 3. That misses everything. And London get the ball back. 12.8 seconds remaining. And Coach Milligan calls another timeout, her final one, just to draw up a play for the final 12 seconds. But right now, it's all Barking Abbey right now. They lead 42-28. Rochelle Walton with 22 points. And right now, Clementina Odom is the next highest scorer with just 5. That just shows how much Barking Abbey have relied on Walton right now. But she's making them pay. I mean, right now, second in the team for scoring at 18 points a game, 4th in the WNBL. And she's getting it done at both ends as well. 3rd in steals this season. She's got 4 steals on average and is really coming to play today.
Well, it's fantastic the way that she can impact the game on both sides of the court. These are players that are really special, and it's fantastic to be able to see them so recently, so commonly in the WNBL. It's fantastic to see these players who can have such an impact, because This is not what we used to see 10, 15 years ago in British basketball. It shows how far we've come. The talent on display here today has been unbelievable.
Absolutely, and a number of players, Great Britain internationals. It's like watching a glimpse into the future of what British basketball on the female side will be like, and a number of these players, coaches for the junior team, have called out Azab Smalley, number 4, of course, an assistant coach for the Welsh national team and for the junior setup as well. Here is Strickland, one of those GB internationals, blocked by Lindsay, gets it back, but she stepped out of bounds.
I think she thought she was going to get away with that one.
Final seconds of the half. 2.2 seconds to be precise. And Smalley, I don't think, is even going to attempt a Hail Mary. Will just let the clock run, and that ends a frantic first half that started almost like a scrimmage, a physical scrimmage, both teams going tooth and nail at each other. But then when the play calmed down, Barking Abbey really stamped their authority on matters, and right now they lead 42-28. Rochelle Walton leading all scorers with 22 points, as Cami Baron leading the way for the Archers with 7. But right now, need to get the shooting percentage up for the hosts. They're only shooting 31% from the field, and as for the Lions, or the Barking Abbey Lions, shall I say, it's 48% right now. It's a great half of basketball, as you mentioned, but for Cardiff, they really need to get their way back into this, and the shooting percentage needs to go up.
Absolutely. I mean, they're relying too much on Bunyan, and they need to create real good chances, real good shots with, space available. Everything that's, when they're taking a three-point shot, it's rushed. It's late in the clock. They've got closeouts coming in. There's not enough of that extra pass, not enough off-ball movement. I'm not surprised they've got such a low percentage, because they've rushed with a hand in the face. I mean, it's never going to work that way. Izzy Bunyan's not got enough help.
Absolutely, and for the Lions, we mentioned Walton right now leading all scorers, but one player who really has stood out right now has been Ganessa Bedoya, a player who has orchestrated the offense. It has all comes through her right now, and she has really steered the ship for Barking Abbey.
She's been fantastic. I'm so impressed with her play so far. She's exactly what the Archers are missing. She's really composed, playmaking, orchestrating everything, getting involved on the defensive end, and then pushing the transition. She's exactly what the Archers are missing, and that might exactly be why they're down 14.
So it is half-time here in the Welsh capital. It is 42-28 to Barking Abbey, and we'll be back in roughly 12 minutes' time. Welcome back to the Archers Arena here in Cardiff, as you see the proud Cardiff Met Archers logo on your screen on the centre court. However, the action is on the cross-court side of things, and Barking Abbey hold a 42-28 advantage over the hometown Archers. John Hobbs alongside David Jones, bringing you all the action here in the Welsh capital. The third quarter to begin momentarily, and it's been a good first half for Barking Abbey. For Cardiff, they have it all to do, but they have the fight, they have the mentality to hit back. You know, they're not basement side, you know, by choice. They're there to compete. They will compete. And, you know, they have it all to do, but they will fight on in this third quarter.
Absolutely. There's a lot of fight in this side, and there's a lot of experience in the coaching outfit. Even though Sarah Wagstaff hasn't been coaching for years and years and years, she's been playing under Steph Collins, who's got experience falling out of her pockets. So she's probably picked up so much of that, and I think that's what's going to pull them through in the second half.
There you see Sarah Wagstaff there on the screen, and on the other side, Barking Abbey now coming out onto the floor to start this third period. Of course, Coach Milligan and Coach Wagstaff, both WBBL veterans in their own right, just recently both retired and have made the transition into coaching. Of course, Wagstaff has, as you mentioned, David, has coached the Division 1 team for a couple of years now and has found great success. This is a transition period, though, for the Archers, a young team rebuilding. And even though they're bottom of Division 1, still with a chance of making the playoffs. But right now, with it all to do in this third period, and straight away they start the third period with a turnover, and Barking Abbey have the ball.
Well, that was unfortunate there, but yeah, as you were saying, there's a lot of season left to go. They got time to turn this round, and they got time to turn this game around as well.
Really impressive win they had just before Christmas against the Brent Bulls, just off of Wembley Stadium, and still searching for their first home win of the season. They have very loyal fans here in the Archers Arena. Smith-White's driving on the spin, blocked by Lamone. Great play from the Cardiff number 9, and here is Ellie Lester.
That was fantastic. She's got length, really, really good length, Simone, so she's got to help out Izzy Bunyan on the defensive end.
Smalley just on the three-throw line, that's off right, and Smith-White with the rebound. That's Smith-White's third board as Walton misses the layup. Bunyan collects the loose ball. Bunyan, what footwork, beautifully done, Izzy Bunyan. Nearly at the elbow there, managed to get her pivot foot up and lay it up and in.
Fantastic there, stopped on a dime, made the move, very, very clever.
Strickland using footwork of her own and lays it up and in.
She's got great pace on the dribble.
Cami Baron, who actually played all 40 minutes last week against Thames Valley Cavaliers. It was a 8-woman roster for that road win against the recently crowned National Cup winners. And a travel called against Simone Lemon, and she stays on the floor as well.
She's in a bit of pain, unfortunately.
Lemon fell to the floor hard, was battling there with, I think it was with Tamara Smith-White for the loose ball, as Azab Smalley just checking up on her teammate, and Scarlett Lindsay coming over as well. And this is a sight you don't like seeing. Absolutely. In any sport. You know, and we cover a lot of sports here, and you know, this is a university with, you know, a rugby field. Obviously, the rugby team play just next door. You have the hockey team, the football team, and of course the Bucks basketball team, as well as WBBL, WNBL. But in any sector, this is not what you like seeing as Lamont gets herself up.
Absolutely not. You don't want to see this in any sport, in any arena, pitch or court that we have here at King Koy campus. But along with all those teams, along with all those different sports that we take part in, we've also got fantastic medical staff that come along with that. So she will be properly looked after.
And Scarlett Lindsay will check in for Lamont, who will take a seat.
Interesting there, the Archers huddled around, all listening to Izzy Bunyan giving directions, becoming a leader perhaps in this team.
14-point lead for Barking Abbey to start this third period. 2 minutes have elapsed. Here is Baron. Leicester. Leicester a three. Leicester strings a three. Big smile on her face. And the gap is 11.
The more they can get her open, the better it will be for the Archers. She's got a fantastic shot from the outside.
A steal there. Lindsay comes up with it. Baron driving. Uses her footwork, and a travel has been called. Good defense as well from Bedoya, who stayed with Baron all the way. And Barking Abbey will get the ball back, as Laviner will check back into the game, and Strickland will take a seat.
It was fantastic defense. She played us straight up there. Camille Barone so far in this game has had a bit of tunnel vision when she's driving, and they played off that very well, the defense.
Smith-White driving at Lindsay, banks it in. It just about rolled in. And a 13-point lead now for Barking Abbey. Leicester, the extra pass. Smalley in the corner.
2 quick threes there.
So far, Cardiff matching Barking Abbey blow for blow, but it's Barking Abbey who hold the advantage. Another turnover, this time Bunyan comes up with it. Looking for options, finds it in Baron. Almost given a free lane there. Smalley missed it, and Walton has it.
Once again, Camille Barone there. Tunnel vision. It's as if she sees the basket and everything else just gets blinded to her.
Bedoya, the extra pass to Smith-White, drives baseline. Barking Abbey have scored the majority of their points inside going baseline, and Bunyan decides to slow it down for the Archers. Smalley, a three. Just about goes out. It was thinking about it, but Barking Abbey come up with it. Here is Walton. Lavinier. Of course, Lavinier and Walton both on the London Lions roster as well, as Tumiche Salou checks back into the game, and Clementina Odom will take a seat.
The Abbey side missed a pretty big mismatch down low there. Ellie Leicester quite happy to see them driving in rather than taking advantage of her defence in the post.
Leicester thought about the three, instead drives to the foul line and didn't get the friendly roll. Here is Lavinier. Bedoya. Bedoya looking for options, finds it in Walton. Drives in, too strong, and Leicester with the rebound. Scrappy offense from both teams so far. And it's nearly 2 minutes without a field goal for either side.
Really good to see Celine Lemoine about to come back on when this play finishes.
Absolutely, it's really good to see that as Bunyan on a turnaround. Gets it to go, Izzy Bunyan. Rattles one in.
Fantastic technique there on the turnaround, falling away.
Smith-White, the hook off the glass, but she will go to the foul line. That's 10 points now for Izzy Bunyan on 3 for 4 shooting. As Strickland will check back in to the game. That was, well, Bedoya will take a seat. Unsure on who the foul was on, actually. Azib Smalley will take a seat. And Limon will check back into the game. Great to see Simone back into the fray as Smith-White misses the first. And Smith-White strings the second, so she splits her free throws as Izzy Bunyan will check out of the game. I think the foul actually was on Izzy Bunyan. If that is the case, that's her 4th foul.
Not good for the Archers, that. She's so vital to everything they do. If she's in foul trouble, they're in trouble.
Lindsay misses the layup. It's a great feed from Baron, but Lindsay unfortunately couldn't make it count. Here is Smith-White driving, backing down Baron. The extra pass, Lavenir, a 3, and that's off. Walton, though, collects the loose ball, and Walton, I think, stepped out of bounds, so Cardiff will get the ball back.
Great energy from Walton there to go and hustle and get that rebound. Just couldn't keep it in, but she's so good today. She's everywhere.
13 turnovers for Barking Abbey in this game. 13 as well for the Archers as Baron picks up her dribble and finds Freya. Leicester, the extra pass, Lamont couldn't quite hang on to it. She goes to the floor again and gingerly gets up. Strickland, they have numbers, do Barking Abbey, and Walton makes them pay, and a timeout has been called by Sarah Wagstaff, and you've got to believe, as you see there, just off camera there, Simone Lemon just gingerly making her way back to the bench. There, you see it just on the screen. You've got to wonder, will she play any further part in this third period right now?
Well, it's a big decision to be made by Coach Wagstaff. If she plays, they're going to be better off offensively. Unfortunately, that's just the way it is. They do need her, especially if Izzy Bunyan is in foul trouble. But of course, her longer-term physical health is the most important thing to the Archers. So you would assume that if she's in danger of causing a greater injury to her knee, she's surely going to check out soon.
So while we have a break in play, just a quick shout out to our WNBL Live sponsors, Wilson SportServe, Dynamic Sport England, and Sure Shots, the official sponsors of the NBL and WNBL live streams for this season. As you see the highlights of the third quarter there, as Rochelle Walton there with the layup before it quickly goes back to Barking Abbey. It's been a positive third period for the Archers, but the loss of Lamone, who is actually still on the floor. She's going to still compete, but she can't be at 100% right now. But Coach Wagstaff has faith in her number 9, clearly, as we have 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining of this third period.
Absolutely. I mean, you think that's probably a player's decision. The question is, should it be? She's probably asked her, and she said that she wants to play on. But all players are going to say they want to play on.
We'll see what happens as the pass from Freya Williams asking a bit too much of Ellie Leicester, and Barking Abbey get the ball back.
I'm not even sure that pass was meant for Ellie Leicester. She was just trying to save the play.
Here is Strickland. Strickland driving. Great play there from Grace Strickland, and she will go to the foul line. And Grace Strickland, who struggled last week against the City of London Academy, just 3 for 12 shooting for 8 points in her second season with the club. Of course, she has WBBL experience with the WBBL champion London Lions, scored her first field goal as a professional player last season, a corner 3 against the Gloucester City Queens.
She's been fantastic today, Strickland. Real intent every time she drives into the area. She knows what she's doing. It's planned. It's not random. I've been really impressed with her play today.
2 rebounds, 2 assists, 6 points for Strickland so far. Actually 7 points, make that 8 for the Great Britain under-18 international. Nearly picked off the pass there, but Baron just about collects. Now drives at Strickland, the extra pass to Lamont. Absorbs the contact and is fouled by Laurel Ojo-Lepede, sorry.
It's Cami Barone there with a good screen. Not sure that's the biggest thing in her role normally, setting screens, but it was good there. Gave a bit of space for Celine.
As Ellie Lester and Freya Williams check out, Azeb Smalley checks in alongside Lily Parkin. Lemon finds Baron. Lindsay, the extra pass to Parkin for 3, strings it.
Fantastic there. High release, good technique.
Walton, screened by Odom. Walton doesn't use her. Ojo-Lepede will go to the foul line there. I think that was Lamont just flying in for the block, but missed it. And a foul has been called. I think that's on Scarlett Lindsay. It is on Scarlett Lindsay. And that's her second foul of the game, as Nicole Lavernier will take a seat. Tamara Smith-White checks back into the game for Barking Abbey.
There was so much space there on that drive. Going into his own defence here, the Archers, the Abbey side can really take advantage. That they're going to have so many opportunities.
An 11-point Barking Abbey lead with 3:07 remaining in the third period. It's not over yet, though. A lot of fight left in these Archers. Here is Lamont. And Strickland, great awareness there from Grace Strickland, and here she comes off to the races. The floater off the back iron. Leicester, the rebound there from Lily Parkin, and here is Lamont. Baron driving, uses her pivot foot to get some space and scores.
Fantastic there from Cami. Thought she was going to take the open 3. She even faked me out.
Walton, wide open 3. Parkin and Smalley going for the same ball, and Ojo-Lepede comes up with it, and Ojo-Lepede will go to the line.
What strength they displayed on the offensive glass. That was a fantastic rebound. The strength to retain the ball, really, really impressive.
And even more so from the smallest player on the court, Laurel Ojo-Lepede, showing great tenacity there to know where the ball was, where the basket was, and to draw contact, and she's now making it back-to-back trips to the foul line. Misses the first, though, and something Barking Abbey have struggled with today. 7 for 12 from the stripe. They were 9 for 22 from the free throw line last week against Kohler in their 90-56 loss, as Ganessa Bedoya will check in and Ojo-Lepede will take a seat.
Going back to the trap here.
Here is Hughes. Lamont for 3 in the corner. And Walton with another rebound. 7 rebounds for Rochelle Walton to go with 22 points. Strickland, Odom and Lamont were climbing for it. Lamont says, thank you very much, I'll take it.
Just feel like the Archers are settling for shots here. Instead of creating specific opportunities, they're just taking the first chance they get.
Baron for 3. And it's a single-digit game now. 52-45 with 90 seconds left of the third period. Strickland doesn't answer back. Hughes with the rebound. Hughes and Walton fighting for it.
Well, this is fantastic from the Archers to be able to do this with Izzy Bunyan on the bench, protecting her from further foul trouble. It's really, really impressive that they've been able to fight back to just 3 possessions.
And Neva Hughes collecting that rebound, a player who represented Wales under-18s in last season's Tri-Nations tournament, or Four Nations tournament here in Cardiff. And a travel has been called. And Barking Abbey get the ball back. The travel was from Cami Barron.
Not her first today. Struggling with that trap.
Nearly a 5-second violation there from Bedoya, but just about collects it to Strickland. Here is Bedoya again, putting the moves on Smalley. Step back jumper, splash.
That's poor there from Smalley. Needs to get tighter.
Barron driving inside and a foul.
That's when that tunnel vision pays off. Saying to all her teammates, I got this, I'm taking it on. And that time, she gets a 2+1.
Using her handles, and as you say, the tunnel vision, she just looked at the hoop, went straight to it. And Barron makes it count, a 3-point play. And it's a 6-point advantage to Barking Abbey. Could the tide turn here in Cardiff? Walton driving. Walton scoring and a foul.
Oh, what a reply from Walton. Just letting everyone know who is standing out in this game, and it's been her all evening long.
That's Walton's first field goal of this third period. And what a time to get it when the momentum was all with Cardiff. And Barking Abbey hit back, and Rochelle Walton now with a chance for a 3-point play. Just about gets the friendly Archers roll. Final 45 seconds of this third period, which has exploded into life as Barron fouled again. She's going to go back to the foul line. Cami Barron now with a head of steam here in the final 40 seconds.
She was pretty grateful for that whistle there. She turned to Smalley there with a smile. I don't think that she thought that that was a foul.
16 points for Cami Barron in this game on 6 for 10 shooting. And admittedly 5 turnovers in that stat line, but what a performance she's put in today for the Archers. Here is Bedoya. It's 2-on-2 right now, but Archers get back on defense. Walton driving inside. Good defense there from Lamont, but Walton collects and scores.
A fantastic block attempt there from Celine Lamont, but just couldn't get the rebounds.
Here is Lamont. Looking for Parkin. Parkin blocked by Odom. Final 10 seconds. Strickland off the back iron. Scramble at the wing there. Walton puts in a 3. Rashay Walton from downtown, and all of a sudden Barking Abbey have their double-digit lead heading into the fourth period when it looked like Cardiff Archers were getting back into it. And Rashay Walton, with 3 field goals in less than a minute, has turned the tide.
It's an unbelievable exclamation point to put on that quarter. Fantastic 3-point play and then a fantastic 3-point shot. I mean, what can you say? She's been unbelievable all day long on the offensive end, and she's just nullified that Archers drive forward.
Absolutely, and Cardiff with a minute left were within 6, and now all of a sudden it's 62-48 going into the fourth quarter. And, you know, for Sarah Wagstaff, who must have been really pleased with the determination, the effort that her side put in, it's just all just been evaporated thanks to one person, and that is Rashay Walton.
Yeah, they've nullified that Archers' momentum. It's really interesting how they've managed to do it. It's been fantastic from the Archers to do that all with Bunyan on the bench. That was the biggest surprise. But then it just fell apart. It fell apart in the last 90 seconds. It's really surprising. You've got to give your hats off to this London Lions side, or sorry, the Abbey side. They've been absolutely amazing in that last minute. And Walton blown us all away. Everyone here was expecting an Archers push there. She's nullified it all.
Well, Izzy Bunyan will start the fourth quarter for the Archers. She has 12.7 rebounds on 4 for 5 shooting. And there's been a pattern in this game at the moment where the Archers have played so well with Bunyan in the lineup, and as soon as she sits on the bench, Barking Abbey go on their run. However, Archers have found a way to score the basketball without Bunyan on the court, and that's been with Cami Baron, who has 16 points, and here she is guarding Strickland to start the final quarter here in Cardiff.
Good press
And
there from Bunyan.
Great press, and there is Bunyan. Bunyan just about collects it, and here is Baron. Lindsay inside to Lamont, looking for the cut, which was Lindsay. Here is Baron. Lindsay, a three, and that misses everything. Smalley, though, collects, and Walton will let it go out of bounds, and it will be a Barking Abbey ball, and a little joke there between Smalley and the official. Like to see that.
Yeah. It's always good. You just feel that was a big possession for the Archers. That would have been a fantastic way to get started.
And again, Lamont on the floor.
Big hit
fighting
there.
so hard for the cause. What a warrior she has been here today. And Azab Smalley telling her to get on her feet straight away. And Lamont has just absolutely taken a pounding today, but has kept fighting and fighting for the Archers.
Of course, they've got two
She's staying on the court as well.
Yeah. They've got two wings, really, in Bunyan and Lamont, playing as two bigs. And that's going to have an impact on your body, but she's really taken a beating.
Just testament to the player and the competitor that she is. As Baron loses the ball, here come Barking Abbey in transition. Strickland, the floater off the back iron. Some respite there for the Archers. It's just Baron on her own, and she needs to slow it down, yeah. Lamont. Bunyan, the extra pass to Lindsay. At the elbow, Lamont misses everything. On the follow was Bunyan.
It was a fantastic screen set by Bunyan to get Lamont open, and she followed it in. She didn't just do that first action, she followed it in for the rebound.
A bit out of control from Walton, but the referee saw a foul before she went for the layup. I think actually she'll go to the line. It is going to be 2 shots. And that's a 4th foul. I believe that was on Lindsay.
Yeah.
And Rashay Walton going to the foul line today. What a performance she's had, and it's, you know, testament to what she's like as a competitor. Another player that plays in the WBBL for the London Lions, a product of the Charnwood Academy. Actually spent 4 years at Portland State. This is her 2nd season at Barking Abbey.
Interesting to see her give this kind of performance with Fatima Jana out.
Baron, a 3. Lamont with the offensive board. Bunyan from the foul line. Cardiff still have it. Inside to Lindsay. Great defense from Smith-White. Smalley goes glass but misses everything. Another back bite of the cherry for Cardiff, and Barking Abbey finally come up with it. I think that was Clementina Odom who blocked the shot from Lamont, and
3 offensive rebounds there in that one possession for Celine Lamont. What hustle, what effort from her. She may be hurting, but she's not showing it to these Abbey players.
2 blocks now for Clementina Odom from that play. Here is Strickland. Putting the moves on Baron, finds Walton. Still time on the shot clock. Walton driving. Blocked, nearly blocked. It's 2 foul shots as Simone Lamont was a bit too much there as she went for the block.
An awful lot of confidence there in the look of Walton as she walked away from that. I think she knows that she's going to get a call or a bucket every time she takes on these Archers from the perimeter.
And obviously Walton, you've got to believe, will think that she is much quicker than Lamont in this situation, especially with what kind of beating Lamont has taken today. And
absolutely. I mean, she's got age over her as well. So Lamont's got more miles on it, and then she's taken a beating today specifically.
Nothing wrong with miles, though.
Nothing wrong with miles.
As a timeout has been called, and it's a 15-point game with just under 3 minutes played in this final quarter. And the next time the roadshow of the NBL live cameras makes its way to a court near you, it'll be in Southampton as the Solent Kestrels and Reading Rockets take the floor on the 18th of February, a Saturday afternoon of WNBL action. Top of the table clash from the South Coast, and then we'll go along the M4 to Reading the next day as the Reading Rockets take on the Bradford Dragons in a key playoff clash in NBL Division 1, as you see the highlights there of the fourth quarter. John Hobbs, David Jones keeping you company here today. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to the Basketball England YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining us here today in the Welsh capital. It's a sunny day outside and the sun has shone certainly on Rochelle Walton today, but also as a whole the Barking Abbey side, who have performed fantastically here today. 43% from the field, and out of their 64 points, 40 of them have come inside, which is a fantastic statistic.
Absolutely. It shows just how well they've managed this lead. They went in at the half 14 points up. They went in at the third quarter 14 points up, and now they're 15 points up. They've managed this lead. They've played the game really well, and they've kept pounding that ball inside, and Walton's played part in that more than anyone else.
And another thing as well, they've weathered the storm that Cardiff have brought in. They, towards the final 2 minutes of the third, the lead was only down to 6, and then Walton, of course, took over with 3 field goals in about 45 seconds. And now London have restored their double-digit advantage. The score clock has changed, though. It's not a 15-point lead now. It's a 13-point lead for London. So 2 points have been taken off London's overall score. And Barking Abbey will get the ball back. There was a bit of a scramble there at mid-court. So the correct score is 63-50 now to Barking Abbey. Walton. Smith-White. Driving, going glass. Little too strong. Bedoya with a big rebound over Lamont. Walton, a wide open three. Money!
Wow. It's fantastic. The way that she repositions to reinstigate another attack after the first one doesn't go her way. Fantastic energy from her.
A 16-point lead now for Barking Abbey. Here is Bunyan.
Good defense.
Great defense indeed from the Barking Abbey. Shot clock winding down. Smalley just about gets it to hit the rim. Here is Bedoya. Great spell this from the visitors. Walton again. Again!
Confidence must be so high right now.
Timeout, Sarah Wagstaff. She's seen enough. Barking Abbey are rampant.
She's going barking mad.
19-point lead for Barking Abbey. 6:31 remaining. 39 points, for Rochelle Walton in this game. That just about tells you everything you need to know about this game overall, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's really interesting. So she's averaging 18 points a game, and Fatima Jana's averaging 21. Well, she's got 39. So she's making up for the both of them there. It's a fantastic performance from Walton. She's got the team really relying on her today, at least offensively, and she's taken advantage of that opportunity. Like I was saying, Izzy Bunyan has to do with this side. She said, this is my team today. Let me score.
Absolutely. And no other player is in double figures for Barking Abbey, but it's a case of, well, who cares if here's the first of her back-to-back threes, all net. And here we go again. just for good measure.
I mean, she's got nearly 40. What more can you say?
Of course, we were treated in the National Cup final in Manchester a couple of weeks ago to a 41-point haul from Taylor Johnson of the Hemel Storm, and Rochelle Walton doing her best to better that here in the Welsh capital today. And a foul there from Strickland, who just got caught. She was going to steal the ball, but accidentally caught Izzy Bunyan's arm. Two Great Britain internationals going at it there. Bunyan driving. Bunyan with the floater. That's off the back iron.
Got fingertips to that rebound.
Leicester a three. Leicester gets it to go.
That's 4 threes for her today now, I think.
7 for 23 from downtown today, Cardiff Archers. In contrast, 4 for 16 for the Lions. And there's another three, Tamara Smith-White from downtown.
Well. All falling apart for the Archers here.
Baron driving. Baron goes inside, pushed from Smith-White, so Cammy Baron will go to the foul line. And for two teams that are in the bottom two for three-point percentage, they have lit it up from downtown here today.
Absolutely. I think both teams have really targeted the three-point line. Archers have been chasing the game, so that makes a bit of sense for them. I'm wondering if the Lions was more, they were feeling good, so they went for it. But I think the Archers knew if they're going to catch up, it had to be from the three-point line.
Baron misses the first foul shot. And Cardiff now 6 for 11 from the foul line here today. And Baron is 2 for 7. Strickland putting the moves on Baron, gets the pass out to Odom, and Odom's hook goes.
I think the referees missed a travel there on Strickland.
Smalley. Bunyan a three. That's off the back iron.
Well worked.
And a foul there as Walton just a bit too rambunctious on Simone Lomon, and she took a hit to the chin.
There's no need for her to still be in the game, even at this point. Even before now, she should have been taken out.
Here is Bunyan. Bunyan looking for Williams, finds her. The extra pass to Leicester. Smalley a three, and Walton collects the rebound. Bedoya. Here is Scarlett Pete into the game for the first time with a turnover there, and Azib Smalley says thank you very much.
Fair play. Archer's not giving up here.
No quit in this Archers team. Strickland nearly lost the ball. Here is Walton again, and a foul. 41 for Rochelle Walton.
Such an aggressive drive there. She just saw the basket. She got round the corner of the defender. She went for it full force. Fantastic.
As China Capoli will come into the game for the first time for Barking Abbey, and Nicole Lavernier will take a seat. So first action for China Capoli today, and Rochelle Walton collects her own rebound off the miss and goes back to the foul line. Cardiff all at sea, caught ball watching.
That foul was on Izzy Bunyan there.
And if that is on Izzy Bunyan, that's 5 fouls.
Well. Terrible from the Archers there. No communication, no focus.
Walton misses the first, and Izzy Bunyan's still on the floor. And the table have not actually put up a sign for a foul.
Not quite sure what's going on.
I think, yeah, the referees have missed one there.
I'm not going to shout about it too loud.
We'll will just stay as is, I guess. I don't know who the foul was on. Izzy Bunyan's still playing. Here's Leicester. Leicester with the floater, and that's no good. And Bedoya with the rebound. Ojo Capelli. Oh, wow. Gets Izzy Bunyan in the air, but Ojo Lapidi misses the layup, gets it again and scores. Everyone getting in on the act for Barking Abbey.
That's not the first time that she's gone and got a big offensive rebound. It doesn't matter that she's the smallest on the court.
Smalley a three. Smalley gets it to go.
She's been fantastic.
There's no quit in her. Ethiopian pride for Asif Smalley. Strickland off the back iron misses her three. A rebound there for Scarlett Pete, but she misses everything as well. And another foul has been called.
Izzy Bunyan coming out.
And Izzy Bunyan is going to come out, and yet again, I think we'll just ignore what's happening, I guess. Asif Smalley will take a seat as well as Izzy Bunyan. As Bella Basimi James comes into the game, and Simone Lamont will check back in as well, as Scarlett Pete misses both foul shots.
Good that the Abbey players at the lower end of the rotation can get some minutes here. Always good for their development.
Bassini James, Baron a three. Big rebound there from Capoli. As the pass hits the plexiglass and goes out of bounds.
I think Capoli might have a foot over everyone on this Archers outfit.
As Freya Williams takes a seat and Lily Parkin checks in for the Archers as we enter the final 2 minutes and 35 seconds of a fantastic all-round showing from Barking Abbey, led by one lady, as Bassini James is short with her two-point attempt and Strickland has it.
Very surprising to see Lamont back in for the Archers.
And Chantel Okor preparing to check in for the first time for Barking Abbey to see her first action. The floater is no good from Spiridonova, but on the follow was Capoli. The Barking Abbey bench roar to their feet.
Another turnover for Cami.
Another turnover for Baron. Frustration perhaps as Ojo Lipidi will take it out of bounds. She missed the handle, and Chantel Okor will come into the game. Grace Strickland will check out 3 for 15 today for Grace Strickland. Almost carbon copy of last week against Kohler, but with one difference today. They're firmly on top here, 81-58.
I think she can thank her teammate, Walton.
Here is Baron. Three-pointer from Leicester off the back iron, and here is Ojo Lipidi.
Good transition defense from the Archers there.
Spiridonova for three. Rattles in and out, and Pete collects it. That's in and out as well, and Lily Parkin can breathe a sigh of relief for the Archers. Here is Baron. Leicester from the corner.
She's always got a green light to shoot that.
And the possession arrow will go the way of the Archers with 1:08 remaining. As Nicole Lavenir will take a seat. In fact, a timeout has been called by Barking Abbey, and it's all smiles on their end. They're laughing and joking. It's been a great performance from them today, but for the Archers, the drought continues. It must be said today, just one win, still searching for their first home win in the season, but it looks like they're going to be 1-13 by close of play today.
Yeah, it does look that way. 1-13 doesn't read very well, but there's an awful lot of seasons still to come for the Archers. one of these days that win's going to come and they're going to be so energized. And if it comes here at the Archers Arena, that's going to make an enormous difference. The crowd's always behind them. You can see that in WBBL and Bucks fixtures. Normally a packed out crowd here. So if they can get that win in front of the fans, that might just give them the push they need to really get into the playoff series at the end of the year.
Well, next week they will be travelling down the M4 to Loddon Valley, where they'll take on the Reading Rockets, and then a daunting task the day after, where they will play league leaders Solent Kestrels here at Cardiff Met.
Doesn't get any easier, does it?
It doesn't, and then a double header against the Bristol Flyers away at Bristol first, so just down the road from here, and then back here the next day, and then the week after that, the next 5 will be rounded off with a trip to the capital, where they will take on Kola. Leicester strings a 3.
She's got full license to shoot any time she wants to from the three-point line for the Archers.
Ojo Lupidi needs to get it over the timeline, and just about does, with about a second to spare. As Okor lost the handle but was bailed out with a foul.
Lamont's still in. I'm so surprised that Sarah Wagstaff has pushed her to play all these minutes when the game is pretty much already lost, and she's taken so many hits today.
Shows great faith, though, in her number 9, that, you know, she keeps her on the floor as Okor gets her first point of the game, to the delight of the Barking Abbey bench. Final 45 seconds, and it's been a great performance from Barking Abbey as Leicester puts up a 3 off balance, misses the target, and Bassini James really fighting for it, and a jump ball has been called. Bassini James had the advantage though, and Cardiff will keep the ball.
Could show a strength. Referees seem to be in disagreement here.
It should be a Barking Abbey ball. The possession arrow should be going the way. Yeah, there we go. It's been corrected. I just thought to myself that Cardiff had the possession last time, so it should be Barking Abbey's ball. Well, we all get it wrong sometimes. Ojo Lupidi with 25 seconds remaining as Barking Abbey can run the clock. Parkin got the steal, but it goes straight to Lauren Milligan on the Barking Abbey bench.
Great to see Archers number 5 there, James, getting some good minutes and showing how well she can defend, maybe earning her some more time in the upcoming fixtures.
Shot clock winding down to 3 as Okor will put it up, and it'll whack the backboard. On the follow though was Capoli, but she misses everything. Should be a shot clock violation, but Bassini is fouled. Bassini James is fouled. 0.4 of a second remaining. Bit of chaos here. It should be a shot clock violation. Cardiff played on anyway.
Well,
this game has descended into chaos.
It's strange to see a coach calling a shot clock violation against their own team. Better that than...
And we're pretty sure that one of the Cardiff players did play on while being fouled out, but we won't mention that.
Yeah, no.
It's only in British basketball, I guess.
She was taken to the bench quickly after, just to make sure that nobody noticed.
It's why we love it so much. As Bella Bassini James, I think, will go to the foul line.
I believe she will. It's a long way to go back to correct
Even
that
they're
mistake.
laughing at this. The game's over. It's academic. It doesn't matter really when you look at it as a whole. And I think the referee is just telling the players and the coaching staff that, as well as Grace Strickland on the bench manages to have a little chuckle as well, as Bella Bassini James misses the first foul shot. 0.4 of a second remaining as well.
Maybe one big heave. Maybe.
Why not? As Bassini James makes the second, and a chance to round the game off with the third foul shot. And that ends the game, and it's a win, a deserved win for Barking Abbey, led by 42 points from Rashea Walton as they defeat the Cardiff Met Archers 82-63 here today. And Davith, I think you might as well head off, try and catch a player from the... I'm going to assume you're going to choose Rochelle, who's in the shot there for the post-game interview. You can only try. But as we leave Davith to get a post-game chat there, and it's been a dominating performance today from Barking Abbey, 82-63 victors over the Cardiff Met Archers here today. On a day filled with basketball activities here at Cardiff Met University, as the wheelchair team of Cardiff defeated Plymouth today. And there will be a junior game afterwards. So as you can see, the highlights from a deserved win for Barking Abbey today, 82-63 victors over Cardiff Met Archers. As you see the highlights of today's game. Of course, we will next be on your screens on the 18th of February as the Solent Kestrels take on Reading Rockets in WNBL action, and then a day later the Reading Rockets take on the Bradford Dragons in NBL action. But Davith has caught up with Rashea Walton, and he is courtside with the star of the day. Davith, it's all you.
Hi, Rochelle. So what a fantastic performance from you today. It looked like that just came so easy to you. Did it feel that way?
I've been playing the game for a long time, but I'm just trying to get better every day like everyone else.
Yeah, well, you were without one of your star players as well, Fatima Jenna. So did you feel like you had a bit of an extra burden to carry on the offensive end?
Yeah, absolutely. But we are trying to make our team more offensively focused anyway. So I think Coach Lauren Milligan is driving that for everyone just to keep attacking. But yes, of course, with Fats out of the game today, we do have to continue attacking on all cylinders.
Well, at the end of the third quarter, you had a fantastic little run. It was 6 points the lead. That's all it was. And then you hit a 3, and then a 3-point play, and a 2. It was fantastic. Did you feel like that was a really big moment that you had to push through?
Absolutely. I think that was a momentum shift. Cardiff was always in the game the entire time. But yeah, the momentum came with us towards the end of the third quarter, and then we just had to keep pushing in the fourth quarter and finish out the game.
Is this a highlight for your season so far, would you say?
No, I think we're just trying to get better every game, be playing our best basketball come playoff time. So yeah, we're taking it day by day, week by week, and we're just trying to keep improving. So
you've got, what, 5 and 8 now? So is that the big plan right now, just trying to improve the record, get to the playoffs?
Yes, absolutely. Just keep doing what we're doing, keep making the steps in the right direction, and be playing our best basketball in a couple of weeks.
All right. Thank you ever so much for your time.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Davith, and to Rochelle. A fantastic performance from her today, and a fantastic performance from Barking Abbey. 82-63 victors over the Cardiff Met Archers. My thanks to Davith and the team. It's been a great day of basketball here in Cardiff. But now John Hobbs signing off from the Welsh capital. Have a pleasant afternoon, everybody.